Hey everybody, John Newman, Sports Card Nation. Welcome to the debut episode of what we're calling Card Story. What is Card Story? It's going to be a 3 to 7 minute weekly webisode only on our YouTube channel here. In it, we're going to highlight one of the cards that I own from my collection. It could be from my PC or it could be even from my show inventory, either or. We're not only going to talk about the card, we're going to talk about maybe the history behind the purchase or acquisition of the card, if it's interesting. Sometimes it's not. And the player depicted on the card. And when we talk about the player depicted on the card, not just the stats, but maybe some things you didn't know. So hopefully it'll be a little educational and I'll learn along with you. When I first start talking about the player on the card, like you see here, it's going to be covered up, and I'm going to kind of tease and give hints and make it a little bit interactive. So if you're watching and listening, you can maybe try to guess who the player I'm talking about is, and then I'll obviously reveal it and we'll go into more details. These will be very quick. I'm shooting for to do this every Wednesday. So every Wednesday, 5 to 7 minute card story with a card from my inventory. All right, with that being said, let's get this first episode going now that we got the housekeeping out of the way. This gentleman played from 1955 to 1966. He tried out for the New York Giants and the Pittsburgh Pirates. They did not sign him. He tried out, did not sign. He eventually signed for the team he played his whole career for, and signed as a bonus baby at 19 years old, meaning he did not ever play in the minor leagues. He struggled early in his career, going 36-40 with a 4.10 ERA, and even considered giving up baseball and getting a real job. As you now know, he is a pitcher. Have you figured out who it is? Sanford Sandy Koufax, also a Brooklyn native, originally from Brooklyn, and signed with the Brooklyn Dodgers as a bonus baby. There you see this card. This is a SGC 4.5. I got this at this year's 2022 National in Atlantic City. I got it on Friday, my first bigger purchase of the event. I purchased it along with another card to make a sort of a package deal. Very clean card, if I may say. Color is great on it. Corners are fairly sharp, not too bad. I've seen a lot worse. And frankly, I put it under magnification, and I almost think this is a little undergraded, even at, as crazy as it might sound, even at a 4.5 grade. I put it under magnification. You won't be able to see it here in the video, but right up here, there's a little indent you can see by magnification. Back is also pretty clean. As you can see, it says not an organized baseball, no stats. He had not pitched yet, and he did not go to the minors. So that was pretty interesting. I had looked at a PSA 2 earlier at the National that I almost purchased, but did not. And so I waited, and my patience paid off. Let's talk about Sandy Koufax, the ball player. He struggled early, but then figured it out. He led the league in ERA in his last 5 seasons of baseball. That's pretty impressive. He was the strikeout king 4 times. He set the single-season strikeout record in 1965 with 382 Ks. In 1973, someone else came along and broke his single-season strikeout record. I don't know, you might have heard of him. His name's Nolan Ryan. Sandy won the Cy Young in 1963, 1965, and 1966, and he was the Triple Crown for pitching in all 3 of those seasons that he won the Cy Young. What does that mean to win the Triple Crown in pitching? It means you led the league in ERA, wins, and strikeouts all in the same season. Threw 4 no-hitters and a perfect game. He was the World Series MVP in 1963 and 1965. In 1972, he was just 36 years old when he gained election to the Hall of Fame, becoming, and to this day, the youngest ever Hall of Fame electee, I believe, in any sport, not just baseball. His career record was 165 and 87 with a 2.76 ERA and 23.96 for Ks, almost 2,400 Ks. And if you really take away those first few seasons of struggle, those numbers would be even better. But let's talk about the last 4 years of his career, 63, 64, 65, and 66. In 1963, he went 25-5 with an under 2 ERA, winning the Cy Young. The following year, in 64, 19-5, a 2.04 ERA. In 1965, he went 26-8 with an under 2 ERA, and again, another Cy Young. And arthritis was starting to take his toll, and his doctors told him in 1965, Sandy, you should quit pitching. This could affect you even when your baseball career is over. And he said, nope, I'm going to go out there one more year at least. And he went out in 1966, which turned out to be his final year in the big leagues as an active player. Arguably had his best season ever. He went 27-9, again under 2 ERA, another Cy Young, and just incredible. His last 4 years, 97 wins, 27 losses, and an under 2 ERA. Talk about going out on top. You know, that's stayed in the Dodgers organization after his career was over as either a sort of roving pitching instructor or consultant, and still serves in those roles today. He's active with the Dodger organization. Arguably one of the greatest pitchers of all time, arguably one of the greatest left-handers of all time. And when you think about, had that arthritis not cut his career short, what those numbers are outstanding, but what could have they been? Again, one of the favorite cards of my collection, and you probably thought I was going to lead off with the Jackie, and I threw you a curveball. Sandy wasn't known for a curveball, but I threw you one. So that's the first episode of Card Story. I hope you enjoyed it. We're going to try to do one of these every Wednesday. The future ones will probably be a little shorter because I won't have to explain what the show entails. So that being said, if you like the show, please subscribe to and like our YouTube channel so you don't miss any future episodes. Thanks, everybody. We'll see you next time.